Hi, and welcome to Jamie deRoy and Friends. Last show, we showed you part one from our Benefit for the Actors Fund at Birdland. Well, this week we continue as we celebrate songs from Tony Award-winning musicals.
So this next song is from The Life, a show that I had a little something to do with. Well, thank you, so nice, thank you. Now, The Life is about the sporting life, and I played Memphis, who was a pimp. But you know, when you're playing a character, you have to you can't think of your character in negative terms. So I always thought of Memphis as an agent. You know, helping women get work. All right? So the setup of this song is Memphis is like the alpha pimp, as it were. And they're in the bar, and all the lesser pimps are around wondering and questioning Memphis. You know, how do you do it? How do you do it, Memphis? How do you make those women toot and salute like only you do? Don't take much to turn a girl into a woman. Not with all of the experience I've had. Don't take much to turn a girl into a woman. And it don't take much to turn a woman bad. Don't take much to turn a no into a maybe. Not with all the charm and cunning I possess. Don't take much to turn a no into a maybe. And it don't take long till maybe turns to yes. Wave your magic wand, weave your magic spell. Promise her a piece of heaven, and she'll follow you to hell. Ain't no trick to turn a hick into a hooker. Not with all the hocus pocus that I know. Ain't no trick to turn a hick into a hooker. Ain't no thing that I ain't done before. All you gotta do is give her a smile, offer to buy her a beer. All you gotta do is look in her eyes and whisper some lies in her ear. I'm gonna cover you with gold, baby. I'm gonna keep you from the cold, baby. We're gonna have a lot of fun, baby. You're gonna be the only one, baby. Don't take much to turn a girl into a woman. Don't take much to set the devil in her free. All it takes is a cold-blooded, sweet-talking, jive-ass, motherfucking son of a bitch. Like me.
My next guest has been on many cuts on my various albums, which will be for sale at the front at the end of the show. But more importantly than that, she was twice nominated for a Tony Award. Once as a featured actress in a play, and that was for The Dinner Party, and then as featured actress in a musical for Applause. Not only was she in the Tony Award-winning Applause, but she was in the Tony Award-winning Cabaret. Just recently, she was in the most magnificent production of Sunday in the Park with George that opened the new Hudson Theater. And I was very thrilled to be even this much involved with it, and I just thought it was so gorgeous. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Penny Fuller.
Well, hello. Yeah, Jamie's right. I came to New York as an actress, a classically trained actress at Northwestern University, and I was a student of the terrifying Miss Krause, if any of you have ever heard stories about her. But when I got here, I did some acting, and then I got a chance to audition for Cabaret. Now, I hate to tell you this, but this is the 50th anniversary of Cabaret. Is that a stunner? Well, I didn't get the part. But interestingly enough, they called me to be the standby to Sally Bowles. So I became the standby, and I went on the first time with I'd had 4 rehearsals, and I played it 100 times. So I did kind of get to be Sally Bowles for a lot. But then life went on, and about 2 years or 3 years later, I'm auditioning for Applause, and I didn't get the part. But they were out of town, and they called me, and they said, "We want you to come to Baltimore and take over." So I had 4 days, and I did. And I played Eve Harrington, who was So I don't have to tell you who she was. Well, anyway, I was very fortunate to be in that show and work with the fabulous Lauren Bacall and Len Cariou and Leroy Reams and Bonnie Franklin, and I got to sing this song. Remember that Halloween when you were 9? You wore a fairy queen costume of your own design. Well, look at you now. And you put on rouge and lipstick, though it wasn't allowed. You were so proud. And Daddy said, "Wash your face, you look like a whore." That's what he said. No more. And so you went upstairs, washed your face, took off the dress, threw it away, got into bed as though it were the end of an ordinary day. And outside, the moon continued to shine. Remember that Halloween when you were 9? Well, screw you, Daddy. Look at your little girl now. She feels twitchy and bitchy and manic. sign of panic, she's alive. I'm alive, so alive. I'm wound up like a spring that's been tightened. Dreamy and dizzy, but not a bit frightened. I'm alive. I'm alive, so alive. Everybody loves the winner, but nobody loves the flop. No one worries how you got there once you're standing on the top. So I feel up and together and steady, eager, excited, so come on and ready for the climb. Baby, it's my time. You believe it. I'm alive. Well, that was 1970.
Same key.
Yeah, oh, yes, right. Thank you, dear.
Yeah.
3 years later, I went to see a show on Broadway that in 1973, that was the Tony-winning musical that year, and it was just to die. And I wanted so badly to play the one of the not so great singer part. And finally, many years later, I got to play deRoy in A Little Night Music. Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Send in the clowns. Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps tearing around, one who can't move. Where are the clowns? Send in the clowns. Just when I'd stopped opening doors, finally knowing the one that I wanted was yours. Making my entrance again with my usual flair, sure of my lines, no one is there. Don't you love farce? My fault, I fear. I thought what you'd want, what I want. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clowns? Quick, send in the clowns. Don't bother, they're here. Isn't it rich? Isn't it queer? Losing my timing this late in my there ought to be clowns. Well, maybe next year.
But he is more than just a two-time Tony Award winner. This man has written books, he's written songs, he has hit musicals. He is a Renaissance man if there ever was one. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the writer of The Mystery of Edwin Drood, Rupert Holmes. Yay!
No. Oh. Well, that wasn't a cue. It was just me saying, I love you, Ron.
Wait.
Hello. That's an interesting way of scoring. It's true. Yeah. First of all, I want to thank Jamie so much for placing me after all this incredible vocal talent, this touching, powerful, moving singing, and an incredibly funny lyric. Following all that gives me the same feeling in my stomach that I got when I heard Merv Griffin say, well, we'd love to talk more with Orson Welles, but now let's meet Rupert Holmes. Same feeling. And by the way, I think it's ridiculous to make such a fuss over an award. Awards mean nothing, as I continually tell my three sons, Tony, Tony, and Tony. They don't give Tony Awards to Best Understudy. But in the course of my career, I've worked with some of the most wonderful understudies in the world, most of whom have gone on to do great things. The original Mystery of Edwin Drood had Donna Murphy as an understudy in its cast. She covered two roles. She was 20, and she covered Cleo Lane, who was 65. And anytime she went on for Cleo Lane, the audience voted Donna the murderer, which is the highest praise that you can get in the Mystery of Edwin Drood, to be thought of as a killer. And who else? Judy Kuhn was her first job in New York City. She understudied Betty Buckley. Paige O'Hara, the voice of Belle in Beauty and the Beast, was an understudy. And a guy named Rob Marshall, dance captain in Swing, was in that company, and he only went on to direct the movie of Chicago. So understudies not only go on, but they often go on to great things. And then there are actors who will learn a role, have it down pat, memorize, know all the blocking, all the songs in a musical, and a year will go by and they never, ever go on. The performer, the lead performer, will not get sick, will not take a day off. Barbra Streisand told me once that when she was in Funny Girl that she was feeling under the weather, and she let her understudy Lainie Kazan go on for her. And Lainie Barbara told me that Lainie hired a PR person just for that occasion, and proclaimed to the world, "They cheered me more than Barbara's ever been cheered," all like that. I said, "How did that make you feel?" She said, "I decided I would never miss another performance in my life." So. I decided when I wrote The Mystery of Edwin Drood to create a character in the show who is the perennial understudy. He has 4 or 5 little lines, and then his part is over. And I wanted to give to the audience the chance to let this poor, hapless actor have a larger part. And I must say, wonderfully, over the last 30 years, and including its recent revival on Broadway, the audiences invariably have kindness in them. And they give this actor a little bit more to do in the show. So this is a song I wrote dedicated to all the understudies who never go on. It's called Never the Luck. Never the luck and never the lead. and never you mind, they say. In time we all taste the lime in the light, and I'll have my night someday. Still, each precious part seems over and done before I've begun to speak. I cast out my line and keep my hand in, but I'll not stand in this week. Some starless night they'll call towards the wings. Who here dances and sings? That's when yours truly springs, and seeing me then they will cry, why, he knows each line and everyone's cue. We must let him do the part. I'll leap center stage, the music will play, I'll waltz my way into your heart. And ever I plot, with ever the pluck to try, I wait for my star by fate to be struck, but never the luck have In The Mystery of Edwin Drood, the crazed choir master, John Jasper, who's madly in love with his music student, Rosa Budd, he has written a song for her to sing as a birthday gift, and it contains everything in it that he would like her to say to him. She doesn't feel the same way, but she's drawn to him, she's hypnotized by him, and the song sort of takes its spell. So she's singing this a number of years since she first sang it on stage. It's incredible. It's like nothing's happened and time has stood still. And she's singing it in the original key. So it's just incredible. Would you please welcome the woman who created this role for the Tony Award-winning musical, The Mystery of Edwin Drood. She was the first person to ever sing this on a Broadway stage, and if that was the way it was for eternity, I'd be happy. Would you please welcome Patti Cohenour?
No pressure. It's all good.
Between the very dead of night and day, upon a steely sheet of light, I'll lay, and in the moonfall I'll give myself to you. I'll bathe in moonfall and dress myself in dew. Before the cloak of night reveals the morn, time holds its breath while it conceals the dawn, and in the moonfall all sound is frozen still, yet warm against me. Your skin will warm the chill of moonfall. I feel its fingers lingers, the veil of night shade, night made from stars that all too soon fall.
betwixt our hearts, let nothing intervene. Between our eyes, the only sight I've seen is lustrous moonfall as it blinds my view, so that soon I only see